Group F, we're moving on to. Interesting group as well, very interesting group, consisting of Argentina, Iran, Bosnia-Herzegovina, and Nigeria. This is possibly Lionel Messi's last World Cup, so he's one of the greatest players in the world at the moment. Between him and Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, it's neck and neck. Some would say Messi is a better player. He's been around for a little bit longer. Bosnia, this is their first World Cup. Good offense. They have some good players. Ibasevic, Jocko, and Pjanic. This is their first World Cup, the World Cup rookies. They've never made it to a World Cup because they're a pretty new country for the most part. Nigeria is the African champs, very solid. They played the United States. They lost 2-1 in the final preliminary game, but they do have an awesome player in Victor Moses from Liverpool, who is just a really good scorer, and you got to look out for him. Iran, I don't know much about the team, but I don't think they're going to make it out of the first round, in my opinion. I think Messi is obviously the player to watch in this group. Argentina and Nigeria are the ones that I'm predicting are going to move forward. Okay, moving on to Group H, consisting of Russia, Algeria, South Korea, and Belgium. Belgium is considered a very good team at this point. They don't have a lot of World Cup history, but this is what's called the golden generation of football right now for them. Players like Eden Hazard and Vincent Kompany are amazing players, which should push the Red Devils, which is their nickname. Pretty cool nickname, I would say, the Red Devils for Belgium, into the second round. Russia, very defensive-minded, but good team for the most part. Algeria and South Korea, they have some decent players. Algeria has Tadere, and South Korea has Kim Shoon-wook, who's a 6'4" player, actually pretty tall for a Korean. But I don't think they're going to make it out. I think Russia and Belgium are going to prevail in this particular group. Moving on to the final group, and that's Group G, and obviously that's the group the United States is in, along with Portugal, Ghana, and Germany. This is the group of death. I believe the strongest group. Interesting storylines to follow. Obviously, Jurgen Klinsmann versus his old German squad. He was a coach and a player for the German squad, and won a World Cup with them, actually. Ghana has eliminated the United States in the last 2 World Cups. They beat them both in 2010 and 2006. They're known as the Black Stars, and they have some really good players, including Prince Boateng and the AU brothers. Were a very formidable team, probably one of Africa's best. Them and Nigeria, I would say, are neck and neck. Portugal, it's Cristiano Ronaldo and company. Whether his Portuguese teammates show up is yet to be determined. They're going to have a tough go, but Cristiano Ronaldo could take over the tournament and just push Portugal into deep play. So I would never count them out. Germany, great team, obviously. They played really well in the last World Cup. Thomas Müller, Bastian Schweinsteiger, very solid players. A lot of players from Bayern Munich on this team. So they have a lot of continuity, play well together. So Germany and United States, I'm going to pick United States as a dark horse to advance here. I think they can beat Ghana, and I think if they tie Portugal, and even if they lose to Germany, I think they can get in on point differentials. It's going to be tough, but I'm rooting for the home team, obviously, so they can take advantage of playing Ghana the first match, because they just played Nigeria, which is a similar team, and they did beat them 2-1. So hopefully they can have a similar outcome again in the first match. Obviously, the big controversy is Wang Donovan being left off the team, but I really do believe that their weakness is in the defense, because they think they have a very good goalkeeper in Tim Howard, some very good strikers in Bradley and Jose Altidore, but their defense is a little suspect, and in the World Cup, defense does win championships in the World Cup as well. That's true for many sports, especially for soccer. So hopefully the youngsters on defense for the United States can rally together and get some continuity going, because I feel like the strikers and the goalkeeper is world class. Tim Howard is very good. They have a lot of good players in the midfield. DeMarcus Beasley, Jose Altidore as a striker, Michael Bradley. They should be able to score some goals, but it all depends on the defense, I would say. I'm rooting for the United States. I feel like if the United States could advance in this World Cup and do well, obviously it'll help the popularity of the sport in the United States as well. And the more popular the sport is, the better athletes we get to play soccer, the better we'll be at soccer. It's a big catch-22. If nobody's watching it, nobody's playing it, and then we don't get good athletes in the future, your LeBron James and your, those types aren't going to be playing soccer if it's not popular. So I really feel like this is a very interesting year. If the United States does well in this group of death and they can rally the country, I think it'll bode well for the future of soccer in the United States, and soccer could eventually become the third or fourth most popular sport in America, possibly leapfrogging baseball and hockey. Which baseball is waning a little bit. Hockey is very popular, but it's a niche audience that watches it. Soccer, the more there's obviously the United States is a melting pot, and a lot of people from other countries love soccer who live in the United States. But getting Americans like in the Midwest and who are first not first or second generation Americans to really love soccer is where it's tough. And the MLS doesn't have all the best competition, but like I said, if the United States does well or wins the World Cup, God forbid, this could really bode well for U.S. soccer. I will be back with more updates throughout the tournament. I'll be back with more storylines, more previews. My name is Gennady. This is the SportsZone.com. I appreciate you guys listening. Thank you, and have a good day.